How about a tour of our little humble abode? How's it going, guys? Corey the Random Guy here with you today. Yes, I know my videos have been sparse. They have been very hit and miss, and also a lot of gameplay. So I just wanted to hop on here real quick to kind of show you guys a tour of what we're staying in due to our actual home becoming condemned. You know, that was kind of a screwy situation, but anyway, let's show you what we're staying in. Alright guys, first thing I want to show you is the solar setup. There's a fly in here. Got the controller there, and I've got this little guy here. My PC is right there, and all the batteries. Turn on the light here. There we go. All the batteries are in here. I have 3 batteries down here, 3 batteries up here. Inverter is right here, which we don't even really use right now. And then I have 2 more great big ones underneath. My wife's computer is set up. Of course, we got our TV hanging up here. And yes, at the Ninja Turtles, I got blankets over the windows because it's cold out and it's windy, and this setup here seems to be really helping, especially the front of it. Up here, we've got our Wi-Fi extender, because here where we're at, they do have Wi-Fi. There's all of our stuff there for entertainment. A couple of laptops. Got movies and books and all games and blah 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 up in this cabinet. Now this cabinet here actually will fold down into a top bunk, but we're not going to use that because it's just me and the wife now. And of course the animals. And of course we have our magnificent stove oven. The oven doesn't work. I can light the pilot, but the main burner won't kick. I never figured it out. Stovetop works fine. This, not so much. Okay, same story goes with this here daggum furnace. Pilot will light, main burner won't kick. So, how are we staying warm? You guys might recognize that tube right there. That is coming off of a diesel heater, which is just on the other side of this wall. And the controller, I've got wired over here, right next to the original thermostat. And I used trailer wiring, trailer light wiring, 4-wire, to go from here all the way down and into there to control the diesel heater. The diesel heater is also hooked up from there all the way across to the battery bank in there. 12-volt stuff in here works. I've got it hooked up to the battery bank as well. This is 12-volt here. All the 120-volt stuff, yes, does work. The fridge actually works too, but that thing is got a really small freezer, so we can't really store too much freezer items. Got all of our food up here, dishes over here. There's plenty of storage in this thing. There's all kinds of stuff under here. There's a drawer that pulls out. I could probably put a door there and actually use all of this space right here. There's more storage underneath the bed. Storage underneath the stove. More storage, more storage, more storage. Back there is the bathroom, which does not work. The faucet does not work because none of the plumbing in here works, which is very unfortunate. That closet right there is where all of our clothes are. You guys can see the door. It is covered by a blanket because you guys can see it moving. That's the wind. that door will shut, but it will not seal. And it doesn't shut right either. So it kind of sucks. But, you know, putting this blanket up over the door seems to help a lot. I put blankets up over these windows. And of course up there in our sleeping area. If you guys are going to go out into a camper or something, I would highly recommend getting one of these. This place was extremely dusty and just could not keep the dust down to save our life. You guys can see real close. Look at all that crap that it's pulled. It's insane. I need to shut that off and check the filter, see how bad it is. It's only been sitting up there for a couple weeks now, or maybe a week. Yeah, it's only been running for about a week. That's insane. But all the air that's coming out of it is nice and clean, and it's not telling me that the filter needs to be changed yet, so I did get an extra filter for this. For water, we have a spigot outside that's all wrapped up, heat taped, and all that fun stuff, so we can get access to water. We keep one of these in here, keep that. I might go to the storage unit and see if I can find my big jug and put in here. I'm not sure yet, because this thing is 18 foot. So there's really not a whole lot of room to do a whole lot of things. But this diesel here, it's keeping up fine. I did have to slightly take it apart. It was an all-in-one unit. You guys have seen it, I think, last year. And I did upgrade the fuel tank in it. I poked a hole in a 5-gallon jug, ran a brand new line down inside of it, used a bit from my tool set to tie to the end of that hose to sink it to the bottom. So that's working great. I just filled it yesterday. It's been running on the same tank for 4 or 5 days, and it was only down to a half a tank. I went ahead and filled it anyway. Just top it off because I know it's going to be cold, and I really don't want to go outside when it's freezing cold out there to fill the stupid thing up. Don't mind the mess. But yeah, I mean, this is our humble abode, guys. Got a radio here. Unfortunately, that charge controller is still creating interference on that. I'm trying to figure it out. It's really hard to do. I've got the Anytone sitting right there. I've got to do something with these wires. This goes to the wife's computer. I might drill a couple holes up into there to kind of tidy up some of these wires, but right now we're just kind of rocking with what we got. So there you have it, guys. That's the tour of our little humble abode. Now, I'm going to go off on a tiny little tangent here. I'm going to be honest. Yes, I was mad when we lost our home. I was pretty pissed. Alright? But everything happens for a reason, guys. There could have been a reason why this happened. And you know what? That's perfectly fine. The only thing that we can kind of complain about in this situation is the room. Okay? But we're going to remedy that. Alright? The Jeep, it's going bye-bye. It's got issues. It has apparently electrical issues that I cannot figure out. And I'm a mechanic, for crying out loud. It's going to go bye-bye. We're going to get either a 3/4 ton or a 1-ton truck. 1 ton would be preferable. And we're going to get possibly a 5th wheel or something that can pull behind a bumper. Probably a 5th wheel. 5th wheels are really cheap right now. And we're either going to sell this thing for dirt cheap, or we're just going to give it to somebody who needs it. But, you know, we've decided we're going to probably stay in a camper. Because right now, what we're paying is extremely good for what we get. What we were paying back at the old place, we are paying here, but we have extra. Okay, our power is included, our water is included, trash is included, cable if we wanted it, which there's a little cable box sitting outside. Cable if we wanted it. Internet. I think I said internet. Did I say internet? I don't know. Anyway, internet's included. We have access to showers. We have access to a pool, a sauna, a hot tub. All of that for one price a month. So, if you guys are finding yourselves in a position where it is just too daggum expensive to have a apartment or whatever, I would highly, highly recommend, depending on what you need, get yourself a camper and pull it behind you. Find all year round RV parks and stay there. Or, you know, if you're not tied down to a job like I am, go somewhere during the winter and then come back wherever you're from in the summer, you know. And unfortunately, I've been seeing a lot of videos where people are doing this. People are starting to sleep in their cars, campers, tents, because it's too expensive to live. And I just don't understand why. But actually, I kind of have an idea, but I'm not going to say it on here. Let's just say corporations and government. That put your head around that, and that's what you got. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to show you a little humble abode, and I'm going to try to do more videos, but like I said, I work a lot, and I don't really have time to make videos as much as I used to, and even when I didn't, I was trying to get stuff figured out around here. So anyway, until next time, guys, careful out there and stay warm.